So, hello everyone. So I'm just gonna wait for Lena to come live. Welcome to our first live here at Atelier Romy, and I'm just waiting for Lena to kind of come in and join us, and then we start with the questions. There she is. Yes, my love is coming live. Wave. Yes. Now she's requesting. Here we are, live from the Atelier Romy workshop. We're going to introduce you in a second to Lena.
Hello.
Hey. Hello, Berlin.
Hello, London.
And the clubhouse is annoying up here. Okay. So, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Cut off here. Yes.
Can you hear me and see me? Everything is okay? All right.
Right now I have to go a bit low. Otherwise we get cut off. So, let me introduce you first. Lena from Yes, My Love. Thank you for coming on today for She Inspires Me. I think we know each other, gives our age away, probably 20 years.
I think 20 years, yeah.
We met in kindergarten. No, we met with mutual friend Katrin.
Yes.
I don't know if she's live or not, probably not, from Modepilot. And yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you started Yes, My Love.
Yeah, I started Yes, My Love like 4 years ago, but it was more, in the beginning it was more like a hobby. So I was never really like, okay, yeah, like the goal, okay, I have to earn money with it and I have to pay my bill with it. So I had a dream, you know, my dream was my own brand, and I started very slow, very easy, and I did my job beside, and then, you know, like step by step, it went very well. And then there was a time, like I think a year and a half ago, I had to decide, okay, should I do it now 100% or not? And I did the step. I said, okay, yeah, just let's do it. And since 1.5 years, I do it full time, and the team is growing. And last year I did a very big step. We now have our own showroom here where I'm sitting. So that was actually the biggest step we did. So I was very afraid of that. Yeah, but at the end, everything went well. So, yeah, we met, almost 20 years ago. I was studying with Katrin from Modepilot in Düsseldorf.
Yeah.
And that's your best friend. And that's how we met.
Yeah.
And so since then, I know you. And sometimes you send me very old pictures, funny pictures.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I'm like, oh my God, where were we?
Very funny, yeah. And I always I remember you also, you are doing this since, years, the jewelry stuff, and I was always doing the fashion, I was always in the fashion industry. So I think that is something we have mutual. We are very passionate about it, and and you are also very, you're not, I mean, we are focused, but in a very light way, you know, in a funny way.
Yeah. And do you, what was your first job?
I was working for also a startup in Berlin.
Yeah.
It was an online fashion shop, and I did all the content. I was doing the shootings, and I was starting as a junior, of course, just after school or after university. And then at the end, I was there almost 5 years. I was a fashion director. So, and then I also did some freelance jobs, and so, yeah.
Okay. And what was your biggest challenge, you think, in those 5 years when you did Yes, My Love?
Yeah. I mean, at the end, you always have to decide everything. I mean, you are not the creative part. I mean, you know it. I mean, that's your passion, you know, that's your passion, but it's always it's taxes, it's the legal stuff, it's everything. It's the warehouse and everything, but it's really, you really have to, you can't just focus on your passion. You need to know everything. You need to know every step. And yeah, sometimes it can be hard, but I also have an advice. I mean, if you don't know something, just talk to people, talk to other pros. I mean, I always I have a blessing. My mom is a tax advisor, so that's very good.
I know.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's very important to have a good tax advisor and a lawyer, I think. So yeah, and and the big challenge is to earn money. I mean, at the end, if that is what you are doing 100%, I mean, now my mind changed. You know, when you just do it by side, I mean, it's okay. It's just like a hobby. I mean, if you sell something or not, whatever. Okay. But when you do it like me now, and we have now an office, I have employees.
Yeah, you have the responsibility of paying people.
Yes, yes.
That changed. Yeah. Yeah,
yes, absolutely.
So when you kind of feel like, okay, I'm stuck now, and yeah, where do you actually then go for advice?
To my husband. He is, you know, and he's like, he's also self-employed since 20 years, 22, 25 years, and successful, and I always go to him. I mean, yeah. In every decision, whatever it is, even, I don't know, when I want to launch a new t-shirt, I ask him. If he doesn't like it, I will do it anyway. But you know, sometimes it's good to talk to. I always talk to him.
Yeah, and then so you said you started 5 years ago.
Almost, yeah.
Almost 5. And then what do you feel like? Was there a moment where you're like, okay, I can do this, or are you still waiting for that moment where you're like, you know?
No.
I always said, like, with my, you know, with my high jewelry, I always said, like, in the beginning, you know, I had money for like 3 months and then something has to happen. And I think I said that for 6 years till I was like, okay, now it's fine. Do you have like a specific moment where you're like, okay, I can do this. I have this.
Yeah, that was the moment before we moved into this office, because it was crazy. It was just me, and I had one student worker. So, and we were just like packing. I had a very small, tiny room in the old office of my husband, and it was like there were just packages and packages, and we were selling and selling, and I was like going crazy. I had also the other job, and then there was this moment. Okay, now I can do it, because the sales went up, and so it felt that was the moment I felt, okay, now I can do it, and now we are at this point. And then, I don't know, since then we are here, it has to go, you know, there's no way back. I mean, now, and then I think,
Did you find like there was one of, I don't know, the biggest challenge would you say that, like, taking the space and having the employees and
I think that's very big. And since, I mean, it's still a very big challenge, because now we are at a point, we are growing, and I mean, but even, you know, maybe, I don't know how it is in the UK, but you have to pay a lot of, in Germany, when you have an employee, 100% employee, there are a lot of extra costs. It's not like, okay, you earn this. No, there's
health insurance,
Krankenkasse, Sozial, there are so many extra costs. In the beginning, you don't know it, you know. It's like, okay, I can afford you, but then it's like even 1,000 more. So then that's still a very big challenge to even when you sell more. You always have to calculate. You always have to sit there and calculate. And I mean, but at the end, that's it's a passion, and I love doing it, and So.
And is there anything where you would be like, oh, I would have done something different, in a sense that I'd be like, oh, that could have been then, in hindsight, you know? Because obviously, I guess a lot of people or girls looking for like, oh, they're starting their business, and, you know, obviously every mistake we learn, but is there something where you're like, should have done this earlier, should have done that earlier to actually get where I am now a bit quicker?
I think you really have to be aware of all the costs which are coming. It's not just when you launch a product, it can be whatever, fashion or beauty or whatever. There are so many costs to launch it, you know, it's just like the marketing costs and maybe Yes, yes, so many things, and and also at the end, be aware of, or don't, I mean, just go to people who maybe are pros, you know, talk to people, don't just do it, talk to a lot of people, don't be afraid of it, don't, just try to get so many informations before you really do that step. I mean, yes, even, I don't know how even you have to pay your own Krankenkasse, your own, and all these small things. There are so many small things. It's not just like, okay, now I do I start my fashion brand. I mean,
you have the holiday pay anymore, no maternity pay.
There are always pros and yes. So. But I think when you do something with passion, and if this is your dream, there's always a way, you know, there's always a way. And
and I feel as well, it's when it's your passion or it's what you love doing, it doesn't matter that you, oh my God, now I have to work that Sunday, or I have to do that night.
That's the thing. It doesn't feel like work for me. Never.
Yeah.
You know, never. It's just like, you live your dream. It's a lifestyle. It's more lifestyle. You live a specific lifestyle, and when it comes, and I mean, oh my God, when I would say like in the morning, oh, now I have to go to the office. I don't know. I think that something is wrong. So you have to be aware that this is not. It's not a job. It's a lifestyle. It's your life at the end. I mean, of course, I go to a holiday. I have a holiday, but I always have my company with me. Always. I could never just turn off my phone. I mean, but it's not. Yeah, it's not that I'm saying, oh no, I need a break and I can't do this anymore. Of course, I started when we moved into to this place. The girls, they did like every Saturday shooting, and then there was a time, oh please, maybe just try. Let's just try not to do it every Saturday, because I need some time to breathe. But it's not that I need a break from work. It's just I need some time for me to low again, like the batteries to
And that's the other thing, like did you have actually, how much time does it actually take from, okay, this is my fashion idea, and then actually the launch? Because you have samples, you have, you know, like a dry run, you have logo. I mean, there's so much. It's not like,
so much.
It's got.
You mean like how long does it take? I mean,
before you actually then have the launch product, right?
I think it depends on the industry, you know. But in the fashion, it takes a while. I mean, you need to even the production takes a while, and it depends on how many pieces you want to launch. But even if we launch just one new print on the T-shirt, it takes sometimes weeks, or not sometimes. It always takes 8 to 10 weeks. Now in the pandemic, even more or longer. So, I mean, you have the website, the logo, and everything. I think maybe it's almost a year. I think it's not just like this, and it depends like how much money you have. Also, like very big thing. Yeah.
But that's
do you start alone, or do you start with an investor? It's also you have to think about, can you afford all this, and how long can you maybe afford your lifestyle when you're not selling anything? I mean, that's also, you know, people think when they launch something, they sell it. No, at the end, maybe after maybe 1 year, you will sell something. So the financial part is a very, very, it's the most important thing. So I would also always, of course, you need a business plan, you know, like with all the financial structures. It's not just the idea at the end. There are so many people out there that have nice ideas, but then maybe, they don't have a good financial part, or so it's one.
Yeah, I always say if it would be easy, everyone would do it, right?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. And then, you said pandemic. How did it affect your business? I guess on one side, it's like the shops are closed, so maybe they come more online. But then obviously production is a problem, and getting people safely to work.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So I mean, for us, we are lucky because here the space is very big, so we can like be, you know, we move the tables. Like we have this 1 or even like 2 meters. So everyone always worked here. So, but of course, from the production side, it was very, very slow. But thank God we even got our clothes. I know that some brands they didn't even get the whole collection. So, but it was very, very slow. And in Portugal, before Christmas, everything was fine, but now they have a big problem. So it's a little bit, you know, yeah. So now we are very slow, but at the end, thank God we ordered a lot for Christmas. We still have some stock, so that's good. And yeah, I mean, of course, people are buying more online, but at the end, I can't compare it really because we are now doing this since 1.5 years in this space in our first office, but it's a pandemic, and I don't have a compare year, you know, without the pandemic in our own office with all these girls who are working now for Yes My Love. So I think everything is fine, but at the end, we can talk again maybe in 1 year, next year. So if the
proudest moment?
Fun?
Proudest moment?
Proudest moment, moving into the space. Oh my God, yeah. I mean, that really was a big dream, and that we even found this place. It's like a loft in New York. I always dreamed of a big loft, like you know them from New York, and that was actually the proudest moment, yeah. And the first employee.
And if you don't feel like anything, how do you motivate yourself?
That I have to pay the girls. I mean, they are my motivation, you know. It's like even when you have a bad day. I mean, when you are at this point where I am now, there is no, you have to go on because at the end of the month, you know, you have to pay the bills. And beside that, sometimes, I mean, before the pandemic, I would go to the spa when I have a bad moment. Like when I feel like, oh no, today maybe I'm a little bit lazy, and yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit tricky at the moment.
Yes.
And some advice to your younger self?
Always trust your gut feeling, always. It was always the best thing for me, you know, when you don't feel it, or you think about, I don't know, maybe don't do it. Just always trust your gut feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, right? Or, I mean, when it doesn't feel good.
Yeah. Even sometimes when you have like little alarm bells and you're like, oh, and then the head is just overthinking it. And it's like, no, let's go with it. It's normally was still a bad mistake.
Yeah.
You had the sense before that you're like, something's not right.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so, gut feeling. Is there anything in the industry, in your case it's fashion, what you would like to change or challenge?
I think everyone has to slow down a little bit because the industry is very, very fast. I mean, now it's March, beginning of March, and a lot of them has already the summer clothes, and it's still very cold outside. And we are not going with that flow. I mean, we launched a very thick wool sweater like 2 weeks ago, and of course it's still selling because it's cold outside. So maybe don't launch so many pieces or collections, and to think a little bit more about sustainability. I know it's very hard at the end. I mean, we are not 100%, but sometimes maybe. Yeah, we always check the fabric and everything, and always, and maybe a little bit more sustainability would be nice.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't want to say now the names, but the big chains say, they produce so many clothes, which at the end maybe just they burn it because they don't sell it. You know, that's really crazy. So, yeah.
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 And then do you then design already then the winter collection now, or?
We have to. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's really crazy. We have to because, yeah. At the end,
But I guess you do classics anyway, right?
we do classics anyway, but now this year, I mean, it's the first year we would love to have to expand our the production line. You know, we never had like a coat, maybe winter coat, something like that, or even some more pieces, just or categories. So we want to expand it, and you have to think about it now, and we have to make the sketches and everything, and to talk to the production, because they have to start
samples.
And now we are in the pandemic. They have to start it, even like they said, end of March. We have to start for the winter styles.
So you're planning on adding?
Yes, adding. Yeah, I mean, of course, adding some more pieces like a coat or more dresses for the summer. We will have. They are already in the making now, but we are thinking, or not thinking. We are like in the yes. We are already talking and talking to productions. We want to do 2 more totally new categories. So yeah, but I can't say anything.
No,
it's going. But maybe you can imagine. I mean, it's going to be like at the end. That's a dream. Also, you will have a whole yes, my love
look.
Yeah. So
I think
and now we don't have. We just have you know, like sweaters, t-shirts, and jackets. There's more to come.
Yeah.
So do we have any questions?
Yeah, I think that was just a question. I was just looking, but I lost you there for a second. Yeah,
I don't know.
how would you see yourself expanding? So I think that's kind of, a little bit of a secret still, but
yes,
there's more to come that you.
Yeah, there's more to come, because we really, that's a vision, that's a dream, that you, at the end, you come to our showroom or go online, and then you have everything. You have the jacket, whatever, the pants, the shoes, the sunglasses.
Yeah, these comfortable shoes.
What is it? Comfortable?
Comfortable shoes, please.
Yeah.
It's missing.
It's missing, yeah? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think, I mean, yes, sneakers are comfortable, but I just find like most of the time I can't find the right size.
Yeah, of course.
You know, the heels are like this, and then you run after your kids, and you're like, I'm like, it's just
of course, yeah.
And then there's another question: would you do collaborations? I guess besides us.
Sure, why not? It depends. Why not? Sure.
Yeah. So then, because you have a few exclusive jewelry pieces coming.
Yes. Is that a question, or what was it?
No, I think there was a question of would you do collaborations and how do you expand? So I think that's
okay.
Yeah, but we can ask if anyone has other questions.
Yes, please ask.
Please send them in, and I try to keep an eye on that. And otherwise, I just have some fun 10 quick questions for you.
All right.
What's the first thing you do in the morning?
I do my matcha latte.
Oh, with milk. That's, I think, the next question. What's your coffee or tea order?
Okay, then it's a matcha latte with oat milk.
Good. Emails or Zoom?
At the moment, Zoom.
Who inspires you?
My mom.
Okay. Silver or gold or rose gold?
Gold.
What do you miss most in this lockdown/pandemic?
Of course, traveling.
Yeah.
Salty hair.
Yes.
And the beach. I mean, it's really like, I'm a summer girl, summer child, and the beach would be nice.
Yeah. Is there something people don't know about you?
Ooh, a fun fact, I mean, it's like, I love sleeping. Even when I'm doing I have a hectic lifestyle, but I love sleeping. And sometimes we have a dog, and sometimes in the morning, I mean, the dog has to go out very early, and I'm kind of sleepwalking, you know, when I have to go out at 6:30 or 7, I go out with the dog, and I come back, and maybe after an hour, when I really have to go out, I'm thinking like, was I really now
Did I go
out
with
with
the
the
dog?
did I went? Or I asked my husband, "Have you been out with the dog?" And then he's like, "No, it was you." And so I'm like, So
Okay, sleepwalker. In the morning.
very sleepy.
Favorite happy place? Where do you keep saying?
It's the beach.
Yeah, the beach.
The beach.
Favorite Atelier Romy piece?
Favorite up this one, the open leopard.
Kind of
I mean, I have, and they are all, you know, I'm wearing them. My followers know it. I'm wearing them all every day.
And your favorite jewelry moment?
That was last year on Ibiza when my husband gave me this ring.
Engagement ring.
This engagement ring you did, of course.
Very nice. Good.
Yes.
Okay, so I think we have a few little questions. What inspires you when you design clothes?
Oh, a lot of people, but it's the the look from Kate Moss in the 90s, like always a little bit rocky and yeah. I remember like back in the days, I was always, there was no Pinterest, I guess, back in the days, but I was always looking for like, oh yeah, we even had magazines. We don't have, I mean, we have them, but I don't read them anymore. But back in the days, it was always like the Vogue magazines and all the really like the top models, the 90s top models. And they still inspires me. I mean, yes, I love to go through my very old Vogues and Ls, and yes, that's very inspiring for me.
So I don't know if that's a different question, so the same answer. Who inspires you in the fashion wise and had influenced your style the most? Is this Kate Moss again, or is there another fashion designer you admire? Or
no, I think that's that would be the same answer. Yeah.
Yeah, Kate Moss. Still?
I mean, no, not still. You know, I think the look. I really like her look. Some, not all the looks, but some of them, because she's wearing always these big blazers. It's Hailey Bieber.
Yeah.
Hailey Bieber's look is sometimes really, really cool.
Yeah.
You know, when she's wearing these oversized blazers and jackets, I really like her style. When you see, when it comes to younger or girls like in this moment now, in this area.
Okay, cool. Is there any favorite piece from your collection at the moment? Or I guess it's that new blazer there.
That's my blazer, yeah.
As well.
The blazer, which is coming out next week, finally.
Yeah, no, I think you're sending me one, right? So that's a nice one. Sure. Yeah, so I think that's kind of.
That was fun.
This was
fun.
Really fun. And I don't know if there are any other more questions, and please ask them now. And if not, I think we're just doing a quick reverse on Monday.
On Monday, yes. On Monday in German time. It was, I think, 6 o'clock German time.
Did you have a bank holiday? Which bank holiday?
Yes, we have. It's Weltfrauentag, Women's.
Oh, that's a holiday?
But just in Berlin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Just in Berlin. I don't know why, but it's just in Berlin. So I'm alone on Monday in the office, so no one's here. But we meet at 6 p.m. German time, so it's you at 5, right?
Yeah, 5. Yeah, 5.
So and then we do, but there we will also talk a little bit more about new styles and your jewelry, like Atelier.
Yeah, and I have some samples then ready.
Perfect. Because yes, all our the followers, they have a lot of questions I can't answer, so maybe then.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the whole gold plated vermil. Yeah. So get the questions ready for Monday, and I think then I wish you a nice weekend. Thank you for Friday evening session, and
thank you.
And on Monday.
Yes, thanks for having me, and we see us on Monday.
Okay. Let's
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.